What's up, everybody? How we doing? Are we connected? Check. Oh my God. Hello? Let's see. Hello, check. Can we hear me? I don't think so. I don't think there's any sound right now. Oh, there is. Oh. Weird. Huh. What do you know? Hey, girl, hey. Well, good. It doesn't show me that it's working, but I guess it is. So there's sound. Good to know. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the channel. It is a Wednesday, which means it is Dear Madam live. This is going to be a special 2-hour live. We've got a lot of emails to answer, and we're going to take some calls. So I hope you're excited. I know I am. Yes. Free reads during the live, as always. Wednesday nights are where it's at. Fantastic. All right. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Yes, thank you. Welcome, everybody. Oh my God, so many people are in here. This is fab. Don't forget to share the live, engage in the comments. Thank you to the moderators. I really appreciate you guys. What made me want to do a 2-hour thing? Well, we're taking a break from Halloween Horror Nights tonight, so I figured I might as well go live for a little bit longer. So we'll see how it goes. I got a haircut. I got fresh set. We're good to go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with an email from Molly. Dear Madam, first and foremost, thank you. Words can't fully capture my gratitude for discovering you while scrolling Instagram 2.5 years ago. I truly believe I wouldn't be where I am today had I not been scrolling what some might consider doom scrolling on that random Wednesday afternoon. Your guidance has deepened my understanding of tarot, which in turn has illuminated my understanding of myself. This insight has been especially crucial over the past 1.5 years as I've navigated sobriety. As I advanced in my tarot practice, largely due to your influence and teachings, I began to dream of reading for others. I never thought this would be possible for me to do because of issues related to my chronic illness and mental health condition. I won't delve into specifics, but I find it quite challenging to articulate my thoughts verbally, even when I'm well-versed in a topic. Speaking and organizing my thoughts on the spot can be a significant struggle for me. For a long time, I let this limitation hold me back. I thought, there's no way I could speak clearly and concisely enough to be a tarot reader. Then, one day, something shifted. I realized I was doing the very thing I advise others against, using my limitation as an excuse to avoid taking action. It was almost very much a what would Madam Adam do moment. I decided to move forward instead of continuing to hold myself back. I came up with the idea of offering written tarot readings, which allows me to provide clients with the best possible insights while accommodating my own limitations. I have a variety of spreads I offer, and it's going so well. The positive response has exceeded my expectations. It's truly an amazing, rewarding feeling to see people's reactions to their readings and hear that they resonate with them. It's an even better feeling knowing I overcame an obstacle and that I'm finally doing the damn thing I've been dreaming of for so long. I love that. Okay, I'll wrap up this lengthy email. While I don't have a specific question, I just wanted to share this with you because it wouldn't have been possible without the continuous wealth of knowledge and wisdom you always provide. Thank you for sharing your gifts with us. You are truly exceptional and an incredible source of inspiration. Thank you for being you. With infinite love and gratitude, Molly. Oh my God, Mal, thank you so much. This was lovely. And I love that you found a way to navigate around your own limitations, as you put it. Now, let's talk about that a little bit. Written readings, right? Let's talk about that. So, we all know scammers, right? We all know scammers are a thing. We all know that's an issue and they're not going anywhere. It's going to continue to be a problem no matter what the fuck we do. But um make sure, Molly, that you are keeping posting, sharing the positive feedback that you get, because the scammer version of that is like copy and paste. We all know that's not what you're doing, but like the scammer version of a written reading is like copy and paste for everybody. So, you know, I know that each one of yours is unique and all of that, but like maybe having your positive feedback, your positive reviews available for people to see as well, so that they know that like the read will be individual, that you're going to type it up, individually per person, all of that, just so that they know that they're authentic and unique. But I love this. I think that's fab. I love a good written reading. I have been known to respond to a cameo with a little follow-up message of like, I forgot to add this bit, just so you know, it might help you or expand the read or whatever. But yeah, how do you all feel about written readings versus something audible or virtual, I guess, in the chat? I'm wondering how you all feel about that as well, because I think it's a lovely avenue, both are good to you guys. Yes, you're very welcome. I like them. I also do one-on-one in Messenger. Yes. Okay, cool. So that's good. So that's real-time messaging. Yeah, audible because of short attention span. Very true. But in that, you can also go back and you can reread. So if you have a short attention span, you can go back and reread something that someone physically wrote to you, but people receive information differently, right? Angela likes both. Kyler says, due to personal experiences, I think I take written readings with a grain of salt. That's, again, totally fair. See, Christina personally only does written also. See, some people prefer written so that they can comprehend better. And some people have a bad taste in their mouth, like I do as well, because I worry about a copy and paste, Very good. And yes, I agree, Jess. You can pick up on energy even from a written reading. You can pick up on whether or not this is giving scammer energy or if it's giving authenticity. And I'm sure that someone like Molly that's doing authentic written readings probably uses the person's name, probably directly answers questions that are asked, which a copy and paste reading probably wouldn't do, So there's ways to kind of tell, but I get little green cottage says they've never seen a written reading. I mean, it'd be really simple, right? It's like you kind of send the reader, I'm not sure how the booking system works or whatever, but I'm sure you send them, what you want to know or your questions or whatever, and then they respond to you in email format, and someone else said they like to do it live over Messenger, which is really smart because then that's in person or that's in the moment, so I love this. And I love the variation of you taking things that you've learned from me and making it your own, because that's all I want. I don't want a bunch of Madam Adams running around. I want you to be you with the knowledge I give you, which you're doing. And thank you again for the kindness and the lovely words. I really appreciate that. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Hi, Madam Adam. I wanted to email in. You've done 19 minutes of madness. I'm thinking you mean 10 minutes of madness and a one card reading for me. Thank you. I will do my best to ask questions in the right order. I'm recently divorced as of Thursday last week. This was September 2nd. We were together 20 years and I know it was the right thing to do. I'm kind of lost right now in a fog of it, if you will. What are some things I need to know for this new path? I know it's not a psychic thing or yes or no. If I asked wrong, I'm sorry. No, you're good. That's solid. Even if it's not chosen, thank you for all you're doing and have done. I resonate with you and you make me want to pick up my decks again. And I was just learning the language. Very good. I love that for you. Let me see what I got. So what do we need to know for this new path, navigating divorce, reestablishing who you are, right? Let's see what I've got for you, Chrissy. Yeah, Eight of Swords energy. A lot of this is about you just remembering to get out of your head. It's a dangerous place to be, your brain, especially when you're overthinking it, overanalyzing it. We got to remember to get out of our head as much as possible. The strength it takes to do that. Why is this here? Yeah, the Lovers. We're talking about the commitments that you have to people around you, but also the choices that you make therein. So remembering that you always have an option, you always have a choice. 3 voices to make the choices, right? Passive, active, spiritual. What's true inside you? What are your truths? How do you feel? What's true outside of you? What limits you? What can you not control? And what is spirit telling you? What are you getting from the signs that you resonate with? So remember that you always have a choice. That's the best way to get out of your head. And moving forward, it's constant forgiveness. Forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others, washing yourself clean of this shit on a day-to-day basis. Whatever that means to you. I mean, I take that quite literally, the washing clean. If I don't shower, I feel like I still have yesterday on me, you know, and I want to get it off. So I hope that's helpful. And congratulations on your divorce. That's always the right answer to me. Congratulations. Not, oh, I'm so sorry. But like, no, congrats. Good for you. We figured out that something wasn't working. And now we are moving past it. So good for you. That's always my answer to divorce. Let's see. Here we go. Susie Q, dear Madam, I wish I could spend an entire email love bombing you so you could truly feel and appreciate the gifts you give the world. Thank you very much. Your dedication to your craft and the people you read for is so inspiring, and I'm in awe of you. That's very kind. I grew up in a witchy positive household, found my people in various stages of life, and continue to call more to me when I need them. I'm assuming that's how I found you on Insta. Yeah, sounds about right. I have always felt like I'm not witchy enough for the witchy club. I don't have altars and tools, have rituals, or any fundamental knowledge of the history. Deities have been coming up a ton in conversations, and I have never really explored them. How would you suggest one find out who their deities are? I'm wondering if maybe I have veiled myself and it's more simple than I perceive it. Yeah, I think it is a lot more simpler. A lot more simpler. That's not English. A lot simpler than we tend to make it. I feel you though, witchy enough for the witchy club, altars and tools and things, rituals. I don't feel I have anything that you would consider witchy conventional. I don't think my practices personally are anything stereotypical. I don't hold specific rituals like that either, but I have things that are my own. You know, I'm very much a solo practitioner. I don't consider myself to have a community or a coven per se. I'm a solo. Yeah. And out of kind of similar feeling like I'm not witchy enough for the witch club, I'm my own kind of witch. I'm my own kind of practitioner, I guess. I'm a coven of one, you know. My altar is this bookcase. That bookcase is my altar. So the whole thing, you know. So yeah, I mean, think outside the box when it comes to these things. The tools and stuff that you have around you are your tarot decks, your crystals, all of that, you know. Finding who your deities are, that's not it. It's not like you have, you know, chosen deities when you're born and they're waiting for you to find them. No, it's whatever you gravitate toward. You pick the deities. You choose them. You know, it's like choosing to follow Christ or choosing to be Catholic, choosing to be Jewish. Like, yes, there are cultures or households in which through ancestry and culture, like that, you are born into some of these things, but you still have to be baptized. You still have to go through the rites and rituals of those things, right? So it's the same kind of thing. It's like, if you want to work with certain deities, just start doing research about what you're drawn to. Honestly, since I was very raised hella fucking Catholic, I went in the other direction. I went to the dark. I mean, and I was always that way. My brother is 2 years older than me, a year and a half, 2 years older than me. And he was always the good guy. He was always the Red Ranger. He was always Mario. And I had to be Luigi time, which he's my guy now. But like, I always had to be Luigi or the Blue Ranger or Robin to his Batman. So I got fucking tired of being the sidekick little brother. And I said, well, fuck it. You need something to fight. So I became Master Shredder. I became, Lord Zed, Rita Repulsa. I became the bad guys. I became the Joker instead of Robin, So I always kind of leaned in that dark, of the curiosity of dark things, So I went in the other direction from what I was taught. I thought that the Christian God was a big fucking gatekeeper, shunning, like, making paradise. And then since homegirl didn't obey one of your rules, you excommunicated her and her whole race. Then you got fucking pissy and you made a flood. Like, come on, man. Like, it's not very love thy neighbor, Like, I don't know. Like, the Christian God is kind of giving small dick energy to me. And it was always like, oh, well, you just don't have enough faith. And I was like, I need to make sense. Like, it's just not making sense to me. So I went in the complete opposite direction and started looking at what the information was that was being kept from me. So I looked into it and found that Satan, Lucifer, demons, it's all very misunderstood. And Brahm doesn't help either. So yeah, I looked at my ancestry, my Italian heritage. My husband and I are both super Italian. And so we don't celebrate the winter solstice, but we do we don't celebrate Christmas, but we do celebrate the winter solstice. And we do the Epiphany, La Befana. We do that, the Christmas witch. So yeah, it's look into your heritage, look into your ancestry. Maybe there's something there for you that you can resonate with. But it's like I always say, picking a deity is like choosing a lifeguard for the ocean. Like, consider the universe. Oh, I'm one with the universe. I get messages from the universe. It's kind of like getting messages from the ocean. This mass of energy and magic that we assume like is there for us, but it's just life. It just is. It's just a conglomerate of cells that have life in them. And it is magic in that way to me, but having a deity is like having a lifeguard for that ocean, something that you can direct your energy towards. And I always use the metaphor or the example of the Empress card in tarot. If you wanted to worship the Empress or make her a deity for you, a guidance system, or someone that you can get messages from, she loves a Friday, turquoise jewelry. She also loves rose quartz, roses, and clover. So if I were trying to connect or use her as my divine mother, I would wear a charm that was a clover, or some rose quartz or turquoise jewelry. Since she loves Fridays, every Friday I might buy fresh roses and make sure that my home is always full of them as an offering to the Empress. I would connect with her when I'm taking my self-care bath, make it a ritual for that Friday, perhaps. And that would be working with that deity. It's whatever you want to talk to, whatever you want guidance from, and use what kind of intention you're looking for to find that. I needed big self-discovery and kind of hard knocks. So I learned the hard way. So I went with the Devil card. I went with Baphomet. I went with Capricorn energy. So it's up to you, really. But like I said, it's not like there are deities that you were assigned at birth that are waiting for you It's up to you to find them, and there's a lot to choose from. So look in your heritage, look in your ancestry, start there so that it's genuine to you. And then just what the fuck are you drawn to? What are you into? I was always into the spooky yuki, so I went in the spooky yuki direction. You know, the point is awareness and accountability. Anything that gives you an awareness of self and an accountability of your actions. That's what spirituality is for, in my opinion. So thank you, Suze, for that great question. All right, next up, I've got Mina. I've not really done this, but I'd like some advice or whatever you get from reading this. Nearly 30, and I don't really know who I am or what to be. I love my boyfriend, but sometimes I feel like he's not there emotionally or he doesn't know how to be. I'm sorry, this is all over the place. I don't really know what you're supposed to ask. Whatever is genuine to you, Mina. So yeah, you're almost 30. You're not really supposed to know who you are yet. That's what your 30s are for. Your 20s are to make the mistakes, and your 30s are to kind of learn from them and figure out and solidify who you are. Yeah. Boyfriend energy, feel like he's not there emotionally. You got to communicate, honey. We got to talk about these things. We just got to talk about this shit. You have to find a way. Well, first of all, you have to understand that he doesn't have to do shit. He just has to show you that he chooses you. So if you're not feeling chosen emotionally, then we need to find that in there. So basically, we have to start communicating and sharing what you need. You have to start telling them what you need so that they know. They don't know how. Well, you have to tell them how. They're not psychic. So you have to communicate. You have to let them know what you need and be vulnerable. But no one really figures it out until later in life. I'm very lucky that I figured it out around 33, who I am. But there are people in the chat that are in their 50s that don't know who the fuck they are. So, you know. So the only way he's going to know is if you communicate what you need. You got to give people the instruction manual to your crazy, you know. 8 of Pentacles energy. This is going to be work. This is about the consistency in your relationship and how much you work on it. 2 of Wands energy. Zoom out. You're not the only person in this relationship. And handling this is Ace of Pentacles energy. You got to plant a new seed. Plant the seed in your boyfriend's head so that you can let it grow and give it time. Nothing's going to happen overnight, at least nothing that you value. Okay? Very nice. All right. Up next, I've got one that says, Dear Madam, frenemy. Ooh, this one sounds juicy. All right. Oh, this is a novel. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's dive into it. I've been a follower of yours for a few years now, and I've always felt a connection with you and strongly resonate with your perspective on life. I do not normally do things such as writing in for advice. However, here I am. Here's a little bit about me and my story. I apologize that it is so long. If you feel this is not quite what you're looking for your Dear Madam Live, I very much understand. Girl, we done started. Here is a little, let's see. I'm 28 years old, and I have an HR corporate job, and I do fairly well for myself financially. I have a loving boyfriend of 9 years now. That's a long time. And we will be getting engaged very soon. Love that. I have always considered myself to be an honest person, but I also consider others feeling very heavily. That's fair. I have immense empathy for others, and that is where I come into my issue and inner conflict. You've mentioned that Dear Madam lives are for the tea. Well, I have it, unfortunately. All right. Here's the tea, sis. Okay. My boyfriend has a very large friend group that I have known each other since middle school, about 16 years. One of these friends married a girl, let's call her Tina, in October of 2021. She and I hit it off when we met. I thought I found a real friend, someone that I can be close with and have things in common with. I was there for her for several emergencies that she had, taking her to the ER and spending the night with her when she was scared to be alone as examples. That's big. I don't even do that shit. A little bit about Tina. She does not work. She refuses to work, which is fine. Her husband works 2 jobs for them. That's not fine, but we're not talking about that. She gets her lips done consistently. She goes on vacation twice a month. She drives a Mercedes, and she goes everywhere with her boobs completely out. All are fine, but this info may help put her character into perspective for later. Okay. I have an image. I've got it. About a year ago, September 23, she started exhibiting behavior that was odd to me. She would, for lack of a better word, copy me. I do not care if someone does what I do. I find it fun. We're twins. Some examples are, I got a designer purse that I saved up for, my first one. She gets a designer purse that is more money. I get a walking pad. She gets a walking pad. I update my patio. She updates her patio. However, she started to turn the card on me. For example, if I had the same color dress as her, even if they were vastly different styles, she would claim that I'm copying her, not in a playful way, but accusatory. I would mention projects I would want to do around my house, and she would do them ASAP to her home, then claim that I would copy her when I would do them to mine. These are things that didn't bother me too much at the time. However, things started to change as of March of 2024. Bitch, you've got all kinds of patience, because by now I would have been like, no. Already, all fucking ready. I can tell that Tina doesn't know who she is. And the only reason that she gets her lips done and drives the Mercedes, and she cares about things that she thinks people care about. She cares about shit that people think are important, like labels and image and, you know, looking her best or being a presentable or, you know, looking bougie is something that clearly that she values. And she has run out of things potentially that she can do for herself or to herself. So she has to start mirroring you and then making drama out of it, because it sounds to me she doesn't work and she doesn't want to. Her boyfriend works 2 fucking jobs. That's bullshit. Like, I don't care what kind of big dick sugar daddy energy he is getting from that. That's fucking bullshit. Like, trust me, like, I get it. Like, the feeling of providing for the people that you care about, it does give you big dick energy. And I get that fully, but like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is bad sugar daddy energy that she's got, and copying you and gaslighting you around it. Already, I can tell that homegirl is just not happy. She's just not happy. And she has to find happiness through other people and things and try to reflect it on her, you know? So already I can tell that you have a lot more fucking patience than I do. By the time that I, you know, did the cabinets in my kitchen and she was like, oh, look who did the cabinets just like me, I would have knocked her silicone ass out. But that's me. Anyway, let's continue. I'm an avid reader. It is something that I've always had a deep passion for. When we talk, Tina has always shown a lot of disinterest in discussing books. Quote, books are boring. And quote, she could never do that. So I stopped talking about them as I wouldn't get very far in a conversation with her about it, which is fine. Not everyone has the same hobbies, and that's okay. In March, you're so sweet, I swear to God. In March, our group of friends met up to hang out and chat at a local bar. It's outdoors and has a large picnic table for seating. When we got to our seats, I chose a spot on the end of the bench. I put my purse down and grabbed some tissues to clean the water that was on the seat. Tina slid in and took my seat and then dragged others to sit next to her. At the time, I thought it was odd, but things happen, smiley face. You are so fucking patient. This girl's a cunt, man. Like, honestly. I sat on the end away from the girls next to my boyfriend. Later that evening, we went to another bar and I finally got to sit next to the girls and join in on the conversations. Tina invited me to a book club that she was going to host at her house. I thought Tina doesn't like books. They're boring. Or maybe she found a fabulous movie that was based on a book and she can read it with her small brain. But like, whatever. You said yes. I was so excited. I asked her 3 times what type of books they were looking to read, and she blew me off every time. But okay, fine. Maybe she just doesn't know yet. No, honey, she's a cunt. 1 week later, she posted on social media that she hosted a book club that I was not invited to. Okay, fine. I don't have to be invited. It's her party and she can invite who she wants, but dang, my feelings were hurt. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bitch, I'd be pissed. You don't even like books. You said they were boring. What? I can't. It's fine. No, it's not fine, girl. It stopped being fine like 6 fines ago. Ugh. This girl is not your friend. No, ma'am. She talked so poorly of my hobby for so long, then suddenly liked it so much that she wanted to have a book club, invited me, but ended up not inviting me officially. Do you notice how having a book club gives her attention? She gets to be the center. She found a way to make reading about her. The way everything is about her. I can't. I can't. Oh my God. This was also the same night she diagnosed me as being autistic. I was a picky eater growing up, and her exact words were, "Oh, you're autistic. It all makes sense now." What? Okay, whatever, Tina. Doesn't have a filter, so I'll try to get over it. She didn't mean to come across as mean, right? No, she fucking did. So since you were a picky eater, she called you autistic. And also, that's not a negative thing to assume about a person. And Tina hasn't read a book since 1972. So I can't. Bitch, I need to be around you so that I can, yeah, no. I have a heart and hormone issue that I have been seeing a doctor for. I'm verbal about my health journey. Every time I would meet her, I felt that she would minimize my struggles. Oh, that isn't that bad. Mine is higher and I'm fine. Everything is fine, of course, though, right? She would blow off my concerns and try to stop my issues as hers would somehow be worse. Yeah, because she's got silicone running through her body that's probably not well put in. Yeah, because she probably has poison seeping into parts of her body. If she's not well, it's because her implants busted. Do you know what I mean? I've also been on a weight loss journey. Oh, God. And have lost 20 pounds so far since February 2024. Very proud of you. It has been hard changing my lifestyle, and I watch my calorie intake and measure all my food. Since I talked to her last, I mentioned in passing that I was on a calorie deficit and have been working hard on changing my diet. The next time I saw her, all she talked about was how she was on Ozempic now. She's not diabetic, and that she is only eating 800 calories a day. It was bragging. I've lost 12 pounds. How much have you lost? This same night, she also asked me where I have been looking to travel. I haven't traveled in 2 years, but I'm trying to get something booked soon. I mentioned California and Salem, Massachusetts. She instantly went on a rant about why Salem sucks and is awful for a good 10 minutes straight. Our friends even noticed the oddity in her bashing it so heavily. And then watch, now she's going to want to go to fucking Salem. Now she's going to be a witch. She's going to start reading tarot and saying she's psychic. Now, girl, she has no personality. She has absolutely no fucking personality. This is Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That's what this is. She came to Earth in a pod, like that movie fucking Species. She's the species, bitch. Okay? That's what this is. My birthday was July 24, and Tina kept asking me what I wanted to do. Nothing with you, ho! Oh my God. I told her multiple times I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to have dinner with my family. She went behind my back and texted my boyfriend to try to plan a surprise party for me so she can make it about her. Get away from this person. Get the fuck away from her. He understands why I didn't want to have a party. In hindsight, I see it was a possible way for her to have some sort of control in planning the event. Yeah, attention. My birthday came and went with no further issues until August. I do want to point out at this time, I have stopped sharing too much of my life with her as it seemed to always backfire. I was always polite and kind to her. I made an effort to kill with kindness. No, you murder her by ignoring her. You murder her with blindness. You don't see her. You don't know her. You don't see her. Bitch, be glad I'm not in your pocket, because you would have had to muzzle me by now. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I can't. Like, this bitch does not, she has no personality. She literally only gives a fuck about herself. She wears people. She's Invasion of the Body Snatchers. She's Species, you know? For her husband's birthday, she kept mentioning to us the plans that she was going to make for his party. She never invited us to the actual event. She invited all of our friends except us. The party was apparently very awkward, and our friend group felt not so great about the fact that we were left out. Her reasoning was that she just would invite us to some things, but not all. Why? I don't know, and none of our friends do either. Anyway, I was very upset about being left out. It hurt me, and I know it can hurt my boyfriend as well, but it's her party, and she can invite whoever she wants. No, she can't. She cannot just invite everyone but you all. This girl loves drama. Drama is her happiness. She would be really fucking good on reality TV. No, ma'am. I can't. You are far too patient. I would have said something 1,000 times ago by now. You need to let this bitch know what's up. It's her party. She can invite whoever she wants. You are far too humble, far too self-aware. I'm getting mad at you now. I recently had an NFL party this past Sunday. I invited her and her husband. Why? She don't invite you. Don't invite them. I'm not going to continue this petty behavior, and I invite everyone because it sucks to see everyone you know having fun without you. But she deserves it, though, and she doesn't invite you. So, same. It's just a nice thing to do. We are past nice, girl. We are past nice. We are past nice. Now we're on to masochistic. I was out picking up our catered Chipotle, so I was not home yet. Tina arrived just after my longtime friend Paige, we'll call her Paige, arrived. Tina took Paige to her car to have a conversation. Here we go, drama. Then as soon as our other friend Vicky arrived, she took Vicky to tell her immediately the same thing she told Paige. I come home with food. For 2 hours, we are talking and having some fun time. For context, I have not spoken to Tina since before her husband's birthday party a month ago. Good. All of a sudden, I saw Tina come up to me, not say a word, wipe a tear, then walk out the front door. Her husband says his goodbyes, and they left. That quickly, the news that she told all the other girls immediately as soon as she saw them, except me, was that she thought she was having a miscarriage. Trigger warning. Yes, okay. Do I believe that? No. I believe she made that the fuck up because she needed the Super Bowl party to be about her. Or the whatever football fucking party had to be about her. I can't. She later texted me a very elaborate story of why she left so abruptly. I understand. I get it. However, the entire situation leaves me feeling unsure. She told me today at another very elaborate story that she is pregnant now since seeing the doctor on Monday. Okay, and she shouldn't be reproducing. For context, she's a liar. No shit. No shit, babe. Even I know this. She lies all the time. It's just something we have accepted as something Tina does. Why do we accept someone's bullshit? Why does everyone just go along with it? Why do we have to save the villain's feelings for the... Why are we saving the monster's feelings for the sake of the fucking villagers so she can eat one villager an evening and we're like, it's fine though. It's just one. Get real. Get real. No. The villagers need to grab the pitchforks and torches. No, ma'am. What does sparing her do anybody? Nothing. Nothing. Oh, it's gonna fuck up friendships. She already is. This is not fun for anybody. Oh my God. Everything is over the top for her. For example, she told me that she was Italian when I asked her if she knew any Spanish and accused me of being racist. You can't be racist over white skin tones. That's not, you can't, I'm Italian. That's racist. That's not what racism is, you ignorant fuck. Oh my God. In October 2023, I asked if she had any Italian family recipes. Her sister laughed and said, no way, they're white and Mexican. It's hard to believe her, especially when she goes to the hospital every other week claiming she has cancer. The girl loves attention. I can't. I was ready to sit down and have a discussion with her, but then she dropped this bomb and I'm conflicted. I do not want to cause issues for my boyfriend and his friendship with the husband. That's not your problem. This has gone on for way too long. This has gone on for way too fucking long. My boyfriend deeply values his friendships, and I would never want to cause him to lose one or forbid him from seeing someone, etc. But I'm dying here trying to stick up for myself, but at the same time, not stir the pot too much. Okay, your boyfriend's devotion should be more to you than to his friends. No offense. People can disagree with me on that. But your boyfriend should be more focused on you, honestly, and this fucking shenaniganry that's going on. I can't. Madam, what would you do in this situation? Bitch, I would have let her have it already. She would have already done had hers. I would have pulled her ass by her hair into the bathroom and be like, okay, I don't know what the fuck your problem is, but you're going to knock it off right now. I don't know what your deal is. I don't know why you're copying me. I don't know why the fuck you're gaslighting me. I don't know why the fuck you're doing what you're doing, but you need to knock it off. Continue with your lip filler and your cosmetic surgery all you want to, but let me have my life. Okay, when people are super interesting, that's what happens. You're interesting. You have a good life. You're happy. So she has to try to copy that. Absurd. Absurd. Where is this boundary that I set? Girl, she has walked to Mordor in your boundaries. Okay? She has walked to Mordor. Your boundary was outside Bilbo Baggins' house, and she has taken you to fucking Mordor. Okay? Girl. The boundary doesn't exist. Do I wait a few weeks and try to clear the air? I have a fear that if I try to talk to her and call her out, she could claim the stress I might cause her would lead to something negative to her pregnancy. She is a master manipulator, and I'm trying to stay a step ahead. I'm torn and broken and have tried for so many months to move past and heal. And it's like every time I get somewhere, bam, another curveball. I want harmony, and it's killing me to try to keep the peace. It matters to me. I do not want to be a troublemaker in the group. You're not. She is. She already is. She already is, babe. Talk to other people about her. Talk to other people about her. Get other opinions from the friend group. And maybe we do this as an intervention. Maybe she needs an intervention. You've got one of two options here, honestly. This may not be the typical email, but I really do value your perspective on things and feel that I could grow and learn from it. Again, I very much understand it is too long to share. No. Fit 3 years worth of instances in 3 years. 3 years. Thank you for writing this, April, but like 3 years, girl, when is enough enough? You've got two options here. One, you can have a fucking intervention. You could have some kind of intervention about this shit with all of the friends and like all of that. Or you can just go ghost. You can just give her nothing. Give her nothing. Refuse to participate. Give her nothing. Oh, she's dying. I'll believe it when there's a wake. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it like that. Make it like that. I literally have made it so that people do not exist to me. When my ex died, people were like, oh my God, Adam, I'm so sorry he died. I was like, babe, he's been dead to me since he put me in the hospital. So this is just like, oh, word. Actual. Cool. Are you going to go to the funeral? Of course not. And I'm glad I didn't, because fucking people got into fights at the funeral. They found out that he was cheating on this one with this one. And while he was with Adam, he was with this one and all that shit. So I'm glad I didn't fucking go. I don't need to participate in the drama. She's a ghost. She's a very annoying fucking ghost. You don't know her. You don't see her. You don't kill her with kindness. You kill her with blindness. I don't see you, motherfucker. I don't see you. But I guarantee you, you are not the only person that feels this way about Tina. And I also know that her boyfriend is fucking trapped. He's trapped. He's stuck. And your boyfriend's, his friend, whatever, like the one that's in with her, like, girl. There is no telling these boys anything because they're like, oh, come on, can we just, you know how guys are. They're like, can we just, just don't say anything, just let it be what it is. Because they don't want the drama. They don't want their lie. These are men that stay in shitty relationships because it's too much drama or a big problem to get out of it. So he's going to stay with her forever. So, April girl, you either have an intervention and you agree to be the problem because no matter what you say or do, she is going to make drama. If you ignore her, that's drama for her. She's ignoring me. If you say something to her, oh my God, she said something, no matter what the fuck you do, this is why I believe in truth and kindness. All I owe you is honesty and to be kind about it. So at this point, though, we are past the fucking kindness. You could also be petty. You could also be petty and do some crazy shit and watch her copy you. And that would just be funny. Like you could be like, you know what the new thing is now? Stripes. Stripes on your door. Painting your door a solid color is so Pinterest 2023. The 2024 thing is like to paint it with polka dots and like watch her fucking do it and try to make a trend and like, you could be petty. So those are your options. Have your outburst, be the problem, which is what I've always done. I mean, I've done the whole stop the music. I'm getting on a chair. I've got something to say. I've done that. I've also done the cold shoulder ghost moment, which is harder for me to do because I have a mouth. Or you can be petty. You can be petty. So you're not good at lying. It's not lying. It's lying by omission. You're just not telling her, Make up some weird shit. You don't live in Orlando, do you? Because I kind of want to go to one of these parties and be like, oh, I've heard about you. Oh, girl, you are way too nice. Texas. Damn, you are way too nice. Don't y'all have guns in Texas? Come on. Honey, bottom line, this person is beneath your energy. And clearly there is something wonderful and extraordinary about you that she cannot live up to. And she wants to be like you. That's almost flattering, but it's about as flattering as me having a zillion scam accounts pretending to be me. It's about that flattering, honestly. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you for writing this. Bitch, that was some tea. That was some tea. I don't know who Tina is, but I hope her bacon burns. I hope her marinara sauce never clings to her pasta. I hope she sucks cocks in hell. I hope she's a virgin that can't drive. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. She's not a covert narcissist. She's pretty fucking upfront about it. She's not covert. She's pretty fucking upfront about being a narcissist. She wears it like she's got one of those name plate necklaces, but hers says me, M-E. That's all it says. She deserves to wipe her ass with toilet paper, with sandpaper. Yeah, she deserves toilet paper that is sandpaper, honestly. She's not Regina George. Regina George is so much better than that. No, ma'am. Anyway, I wish you the best and quit taking shit from stupid people. Your boyfriend should value you more than Tina. Anyway. All right. It is about that time, my friends. The phone line is open. 352-346-9972. Give me a call. I'll read you some cards, answer some questions. 352-346-9972. Call in. Dear Madam Adam, live. I am ready for you. Good questions. I appreciate these emails. Keep them coming in the future. This is a special 2-hour live, and we are just 48 minutes in, so yes. 352-346-9972. Give me a call. And we will chit chat and all of that. Thank you guys, chat. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, Wandering Photo Magician got Keymaster Tarot and they're obsessed with it. It fits really well in the hand, doesn't it? It fits really well in the hand, if you ask me. I like the feel of it, you know? Again, 352-346-9972. It shuffles beautifully. It does, doesn't it? It's a great deck. Keymaster Tarot, I did a full deck review of on my YouTube, which you should check out after this live. Yeah. Call me on anytime. Call me. Oh, here we go. Hi, you're on with Madam Adam. How are you? Who am I talking to?
Hi, it's Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. How are you, babe?
Fabulous, you?
I'm well. I'm assuming you're watching the live.
Yes, I am.
Duh, of course you are. I hope you guys can hear Michelle well. You have a question for me, darling. How can I help?
Okay, yes. What was my question? How do I work on believing in myself?
Believing in yourself. Why don't we?
Just from lack of experience and just the past. Just like, oh, yeah, I can do this. Then I have to look at like the requirements of what I need to do. And self-doubt just kicks right in.
Yeah, very common. Very, very common. Self-belief. I mean, we have to start kind of backwards. We kind of have to start with like looking at the actual things that you have accomplished, and working your way from that point to where you are now, understanding that you can do shit. You should believe in yourself because you got yourself where you are. You've made the choices that have aligned you where you are right now. So it's almost like silly to not believe that, you know what I'm saying? But like tell your brain that, you know? So it's a mix of belief and like action. It's manifestation, honestly, is kind of what it has to be. But
Yeah.
Believing in yourself, I start with facts, you know, because to me, that's a very emotional thing. It's believing in your, like, what do we mean belief? You're not imaginary, you know, but believing that you can do something, like, but you have done things. So let's look back at the things that you have accomplished, the things that you have physically done, so that you can start to unlearn that truth and relearn a different one. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. So I've got for you Page of Cups energy, which is about you needing to trust your intuition more. So intuition is defined as shit that you innately understand without having to give it cognitive reasoning. So if you understand your feeling, then that's the right thing. And you should follow that and trust it and work on that, you know? Knight of Pentacles energy, stillness, honey. Are we reacting to everything?
Could be.
Maybe, possibly, probably.
Yeah.
Well, the stillness here is so that we can let those truths bubble up to the surface. So we can let that truth of like, I don't believe in myself, maybe is really, I don't think I deserve it. You know what I mean? That might be a symptom to a deeper issue in you. So it sounds to me like we need reflection. We need to sit still so that we can reflect. So are you a journal girly or are you more of a talk it out kind of girly?
Journal.
Yeah. So you write down.
Yes.
Okay. So I want you to read your shit back to yourself aloud.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to make you cringe, but we need cringe so that you can hear your own shit and separate the facts from the feelings in it. But how often do you journal?
Just whenever I feel like the urge to brain dump.
Yeah, see, no, we're not just brain dumping. See, that is venting. Venting, hear me out. Venting is purging a system of pressure so that you can get it back to its basic function. Yes?
I'm sorry, what was that?
So, like venting, right? To vent basically means that you are purging a system of pressure, like steam or air, right? So that that system can get back to whatever its basic function is, right? That's what venting is. So like you are brain dumping so that you can get back to your day and like treat that stress and go back to normal. But we don't want you back to normal. We want you better. We want you aware. We don't want to just vent. We want to go, hey, why does this have to happen every 3 days? Like, why does this have to happen every time I need to vent? You're just purging the system of the pressure. You're alleviating the stress so that you can get back to your day-to-day. But we don't, the day-to-day is the problem. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a symptom we need to treat for a deeper issue. Yeah. So the stillness bit, the journaling, let's try to make a routine out of that. Even if you have nothing to vent, what about, it's like, it's kind of like only going to church when there's negative things.
I don't go to church, but
no, you know what I mean, though? It's kind of like only going to God when you want something, only talking to your deities when you, oh, why is this happening to me? Instead of like using it for praising or for positive things or whatever. People go to spirituality or their journal or their therapist only when they need something, you know, or when you're going through something. But what about documenting the positives, the shit you're grateful for, the day-to-day that's not so drastic?
Okay, document positives, okay?
Yes, just let's make it a day-to-day thing. Let's set time aside every day for you to be able to sit with your thoughts and get them out, whatever they are, positive, negative. It doesn't have to be on one side of the line or the other. It's just so that we can have accountability and awareness, because the only thing in your way is you.
That's for sure.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
so yeah, I just want you to get into a routine.
Journal daily, document positives daily.
Yeah.
Still
Make a routine out of it. Make sense?
Yes.
Handling this, I've got, yep, King of Wands energy. This is, you're kind of drowning in the shallow end, and all we need you to do is stand the fuck up. You know, all we need you to do is stand up, baby. You're thrashing around, but the water is only knee deep. So what are you doing? You know? So all the tools are in your hands. King of Wands energy, you're not going to get guidance from spirit or from your gut. Your intuition isn't going to kick in until you stick with this routine to start to understand and hear it.
Okay, so be still, document positive, and journal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for that question. Let me know how that goes. All right?
Yeah, I will.
Excellent.
Thank you.
See you later, babe.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
Cute. So yeah, anybody that could use that, like, oftentimes the problem is that we just flail and react, or you have all of the tools, but you maybe don't know how to use them properly. So yeah, I hope that's helpful to anybody else that needed it. All right, I'm going to turn off my do not disturb. I will take another call now. 352-346-9972. Feel free to give me a call. Call me now. No, we're not doing that. Also, if you're watching this, don't forget to unclench your fucking jaw. Oh, lower the YouTube.
Sorry.
You're good. It echoes. All right. House of Beauty, gorgeous speaking. How can I help you?
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
What's your name, sweetie?
Jaren.
Hi, Jaren. How are you, babe?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. I'm having a great time with this live. I hope you're enjoying watching.
I am.
Good. What's your question for me? How can I help you?
So I've been like in this emotional rut for a while, and I was just wondering if you had any tips about routine and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you in therapy?
I'm trying to get into therapy.
You have to shop for it.
Yeah.
You do. You got to shop around for your therapist. It's hard to find the right one, honestly. So don't be discouraged at that. It took me a while to find a therapist that would actually listen to me and like prescribe medication and didn't just like, oh, well, you know, it's kind of you doing this to yourself. Like, no, I had to find someone that accepted me, understood me, like all of that. So just don't let it discourage you and keep looking, you know, until you find the right thing for you. I'm going to ask you a personal question, if that's okay. Are you bathing regularly, or is it hard for you to get up and do that kind of thing?
Honestly, sometimes it's pretty hard.
Yeah, I feel you. I was you. Yeah, the best way I could describe this feeling to my husband was that I felt like I was kind of at the bottom of a well. Like I was in the bottom of this dark well, and like there's nobody around me. I kind of don't want anybody around me because I don't want to be a burden to anybody, and I'm just in this emotional kind of nasty cesspool thing, and I don't know if people can hear me or if people give a fuck. Like it was the whole thing. So, and when I was doing that, it was really hard for me to get out of bed, to take showers. I would not brush my teeth for like 4 days. It was bad, you know. So the main thing that I learned from my therapist is making a simple routine that you can stick to. But my mental issue was that I thought it had to be step 1, step 2, step 3. It doesn't have to be in any fucking particular order. It can be in whatever order you want. But the basic plan, the basic routine is get up, take care of yourself, and do what you can. That's it. And you fill that in with whatever you need to fill it in with. But step 1 is for you to just get the fuck out of bed. Step 1, go to the bathroom, walk around the bed for a second, but don't get back in it. Make yourself get up. Get up, go sit on the couch. Get up, make your brain busy. Do something else, you know? Take care of yourself. Take a shower, brush your teeth, take your meds, that kind of stuff. And then do what you can. Not what you think you have to do, don't work until you're tired. No, just do what you can accomplish mentally, emotionally, physically. And if you can't fucking do anything, you choose not to do anything. You don't react into it and go like, oh no, I'm having another day. I figured out, I'm going to be real personal with you. I figured out that a lot of my stuff is fear that it's going to happen again. You know, like I'm afraid that I'm going to have a mental episode. So I kind of like low key bring one on ahead of time because I'm afraid of having one. I'd be afraid of leaving the house because I don't want to go into a panic attack while I'm out, because I start thinking about the steps it takes. Like, how far am I from the car? I've got to get home. Can I drive? And I start to freak myself the fuck out. So a lot of it is fear. You know, for me personally, a lot of it was fear. And then thinking about the steps it would take to get over everything or to make myself feel better was debilitating. And I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even feed my dogs. I know that all I had to do was take food out of the fridge, put it in a bowl and give it to them. But the amount of steps were too much. So I just found myself staring off into space and then starting to cry because I feel like useless. Like I just can't do anything. But I found that sticking to that basic routine and filling it with what I needed to. So now music, I don't know about you, but music is a big, big part of my life. Does music speak to you in a way? Yeah.
I'm trying to get also into singing.
Yeah.
Like, it's so healing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something I would recommend for you, is that when you feel this way, sing it out. I hate to admit it, but like dancing it out helps me. I have been sobbing in my kitchen, full like full fucking heaving sobbing and dancing at the same time to a fucking bop, right? Trying to just regulate my dopamine, regulate my body. People in the chat are saying that singing is therapy. I fully agree. My husband would play Chapel Roan in the car and I would stop crying and start singing along to the Pink Pony Club. Like it works, honey. It works. It's distracting your brain. It's providing you endorphins, dopamine. It's making you feel good. So yeah, you have to find things that work for you specifically. And that's what the challenge is, because I couldn't have told you that it was singing. You had to tell me that. But for me, music is really healing. So whenever I, have my depressive episode and I'm sitting on the floor in the shower, sobbing my face off, I put on Megan Thee Stallion, I put on Queen Irby, I put on Bad Bitch Shit, and it knocks me out of it. It knocks me out of something. Someone said that a song from Sonic Frontiers is their go-to feel better song. Mine is The Promise from the beginning of the Lisa Frankenstein movie. That's one of them. So yeah, find simple routines. For me, again, it's music, meds, caffeine, clean the body, clean the space. I like to putter around and I like to putter around and clean my space because it feels like I'm cleaning my brain. I'm very much that way. So, but I have to start by cleaning my body and showing that I give a fuck about me and I'm regulating my system. I'm doing my steps, just not necessarily in a particular order. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, rely on music though. Rely on that's always something you can count on. If you're not feeling great, if you're feeling the sadness, maybe you need to lean into it and sing the sadness and get that out of you. Give it a good cry, but find something that you can flip, but at the very least, all you got to do is get out of bed, take care of yourself, whatever that means. And then do what you can, not what's expected of you, not what you're supposed to do. No, whatever you can logically actualize and make happen. Okay?
Okay.
Make sense? You have any questions?
No questions.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So again, I want you to set some time aside for this. Let's make, and I think mornings is the best thing because you already start your day kind of in a negative. That's how I was. I don't know if you're the same way where I kind of feel like I'm at -5 already in the morning, like I'm already losing. So the fight against myself. So the first step is just get up, get your feet moving, do whatever you can to take care of yourself. Don't immediately grab your phone, do what you need to do to take care of yourself, and then simply do what you can that day. That's all you got to do. Okay? Awesome. Well, thank you for calling, my love, and I appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're so welcome. You have a great day, okay? I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye-bye. All right. Who's next? The call line is still open. 352-346-9972. Great questions, by the way. And I love all of these great music suggestions that you guys are putting in the chat. Excellent. Excellent. But yeah, part of mine is music has always been a huge, huge part of my healing process. House of Beauty, Gorgeous speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm well, babe. Who am I talking to?
This would be Bridget, aka Techno Sugar.
Hi, Bridge. How are you?
Right now I'm doing okay, but I've been having my ups and downs. I just feel like I've been in this mode where it feels like the harder I try, the more stuck I get.
Ooh. Well, why do we feel the need to try so hard?
Because it just feels like nothing that I'm supposed to be getting done is getting done. It's like, it feels like everything is breaking, like the well went dry, the AC went out, and it's just been everything. And I don't know, I'm trying to make my art career work, and it just feels like I've been hitting the wall at every turn.
Yeah. Well, let's not compound these things. These things are not all related to each other. They're all individual experiences. The only commonality is that you have experienced them simultaneously. So you being around for all of these things is the only thing that connects them. Let's not compound them. Let's not add them up and make them worse than they need to be. I also find it interesting that you said a second ago what you're supposed to do. According to who?
I guess according to necessity, because my husband has been sick, and I want to be there for him and take care of him, and I just feel like I'm not enough.
That's not true, sweetie, at all. The fact that you care so deeply and you question yourself so much shows that you are doing what's right. You are doing the best that you can, so you're holding yourself to unrealistic expectations, I think. So to do that, I think we have to separate these things. We have to visualize them kind of like a pile of laundry, and then separate them one at a time by, color, by bulky. I separate my shit by tops and bottoms, because all of our t-shirts get hung and not dried. So I separate them by color and by like what type of clothing they are. So we have to separate these things. Like, was this a work problem? Was this a home problem? Was this a husband thing? Like, what's which realm, which compartment does this belong in? You have to separate these things.
Compartmentalization. Right?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah, just for the sake of your safety and your brain, because adding these things all together, you're where you are now. You put the weight of the world on your shoulders because you care so deeply and you want things to go so well. And I think just the fact that you care so much is plenty. Like, have you asked your husband if you're doing enough?
He said that I'm doing enough. He has.
Well, believe him. Believe him. He loves you. Believe him. You're holding yourself to what do we say about the Three of Swords? You only ever hurt your own feelings. You're holding yourself to unrealistic expectations because you want to make sure that everything, it's giving very much, if it has to be done right, I have to do it myself.
So I'm being my own worst enemy.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Oh, that makes all the sense in the world.
But it's for the best reasons. I hope you understand that. Like, don't beat yourself up about it. Like, you are so empathic and deeply connected that you're like, no, there's more I can do. There's gaps. There's more. But honey, you have to make sure that you're around to do those things.
Yeah.
So you need to take care of you just as much. Mm-hmm. So let's see what I've got for you. Yeah, we just talked about this shit. Three of Swords. We just talked about this. I love tarot. Three of Swords energy. Yeah. Your disappointments create your expectations. You're learning tough lessons. Everything is piling up because you can't handle it, and you're not supposed to handle it. You're supposed to deal with what you can and then delegate down. You're not a dam. You're not holding up all the water. Like, that's unrealistic. There are people in the chat that resonate with you that are kind of experiencing similar. So I hope they feel this as well. But that Three of Swords is a mind thing, and it comes from the Empress, the need for you to kind of surrender to the Divine Mother. We need to be able to feel like a child, and like something is looking out for you. Something is protecting you. And you can find that in this idea of kind of like Mother Earth being like a womb. Like the moon is Divine Mother energy. You need to connect to the mom in you and the child in you. You need a good surrender to your feelings, I think.
Yeah, it's like, I remember your call with Michelle a few minutes ago. You were talking about journaling.
Yeah.
That's probably something I need to do more of, because I do have a journal, but what you said earlier kind of stuck with me. Don't just brain dump. Right. Like, make it a habit. Write down good things. Yeah. Because I journal in a dig of death notes, so like.
Yeah, exactly. And I get it, though. It's that we want to get it out when we want to get it out, but that's just venting, right? That's all you're doing, is just venting a system to get back to basic function. But your basic function is toxic. It's creating the need for the venting. So I think you might need something a little more than journal. You've got a lot of weight on you and a lot of emotional a lot of depth connected to it. I had a client of mine who was a widow of like 3 years, and she was tired of it being her whole personality. And everywhere she went, people were like, I'm so sorry for your loss, you know? And it's been like 3 years. And she was like, I'm kind of over it. Like, I'm not moving on and like dating or anything, but I'm tired of people making me feel like I'm the widow. So she had to like release some emotional things attached to it because she was agreeing to play this role. Like, you're agreeing to play the role of the martyr right now. You're agreeing to play the role of, you know, the victim hero. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want that for you. We want you to do what you can with your whole heart, and then still make sure you take care of yourself and all of that. But my point is that this lady had like a lake or something. She had like an acre of land and a lake on her property. And she basically came up with a system where she took a pitcher of water and she walked it across her property to the lake. And every night she would pour out the water into the lake. And it was symbolic of her releasing her emotions. And she would talk during the walk. She said sometimes she doesn't really have neighbors. So she would go out there by the lake and just scream her face off and then dump the water in. There were times where she had to go back to the house and get another pitcher of water because she wasn't done yet. You see what I'm saying? I think we need like something deeper for you. Like, you might need to grab a pillow and scream into it. You know what I mean? Like, we might need something deeper.
Yeah, I was just thinking about grabbing a pillow and screaming into it. That might be very cathartic.
I think so. I'm very lucky that we live in Orlando, because when Dustin and I feel this way, we ride a roller coaster 2 or 3 times because nobody looks at you weird when you're screaming on a roller coaster. So there's been times where I needed to get it out. A hug from Mickey Mouse isn't doing it. I need to jostle my body around. So we go to Universal Studios, throw me on the Incredible Hulk coaster, and I just scream and cry the whole ride. And then I get off and he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I need to do it again. And then we get back on the ride and scream and cry again. I'm lucky because people don't look at you weird on a roller coaster. But yeah, I think you need emotional release. I think you need physical release. You know? I don't want to get too gross or too personal on you, but like inducing orgasm can be a good thing. You know, a physical release of that nature can be very cathartic, very, very necessary. So,
yeah.
3 of Swords energy. What else do we have for you?
Yeah, I guess I could walk into the woods behind my house and scream, and if anybody asks later, I could say it was a bobcat.
There you go. Yes, ma'am. 5 of Wands energy. There's also too many cooks in the kitchen, I'm gathering. Too many voices, too many opinions.
Yeah. That would probably be my mother and grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody wants what's best, but they all have different ideas of what that is, and they're not close enough to like know, really, or understand, I guess, really. I don't know. It could also be you second guessing you, and there being too many conflicting voices in your head as well. But let's not take advice from people that isn't constructive, you know? And then the last card here I love. You have strength. So that's your last card here. The how do you handle this? You remember that you're strong and that you've been through shit like this, maybe not as deeply, but similarly before. And you're just as strong as you always were. This feeling is just because you put the strength on the shelf. You needed to put it down for a little bit so that you can feel what you got to feel, but it didn't go away.
Right. So it's like, even though I don't feel like there's time for a break, even though I feel like I can't stop, I've got all this on my plate, it's like I have to. Yeah,
when are you going to have time to eat it? You know, you got all this shit on your plate. Like, when are you going to have time for it? So it's unrealistic, you know, it's just unrealistic. And for fuck's sake, listen to your husband. Like, he said you do enough. You know, he said you do enough. Listen to him. He'll tell you. Ask him, be like, can you let me know? Like, can you promise that you will tell me when you need something, that you will genuinely ask me and tell me? Like, let's participate here. Because you're assuming a lot of shit. You know, we're assuming a lot of stuff here. We're assuming what people need. We're assuming that it's got to be you know, but like, what if we just only did what was asked of us? What if we only held up our end of the table? What if you only did what was what you said you would do, not what you thought you should do?
Yeah, I just saw Cindy in the chat say when you feel like you can't stop, that's the moment that you have to stop.
Exactly.
Like that just made something click.
Yes, ma'am. When you feel like you can't, that's when you have to. Yes. That was me with addictions. You're addicted to this. You're addicted to this.
I'm addicted to work?
Yeah. To feeling needed. Maybe you're addicted to feeling needed.
Yeah, and then you said, I assume a lot too. It's like, it's funny because I've had thoughts, like people assume things about me, and it's like, no, is that projection maybe?
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. I mean, it's yeah. I'm still on that. I'm still on Cindy's comment. When you feel like you can't, you have to. And to me, it reminds me so much of my addictions and the assumptions around that and all of that, that like, I can't stop. Well, then clearly this is a dependency thing. You need this to feel something. You need, maybe it's to feel like we're in control of something in an uncontrollable situation, that we're grabbing at things that we can control, but we don't realize that we've taken on too much. And now we feel like we have to follow through because we should, because we said we would. And that's what's expected of us. It's a snowball.
So my very need to uphold my integrity and everything could be my downfall.
Yeah, because I mean, you already have it. There's no need to uphold anything. You're not being challenged. No one's challenging your integrity. You are.
You're right. You're absolutely.
Do you know what
right.
I mean? Like, it's just the mirror, babe. And it's all projection. Yeah. Like, you're holding yourself to unrealistic expectations. It's this 3 of Swords. Yeah. I think that too many cooks in the kitchen is just you and the various things you think you have to do. You know?
So I think, it's probably about time that I pulled a pink diamond and shattered the mirror.
Yes, baby. Yes. I think that you should pull back and tell people that if they need something from you, all they have to do is ask, because they know that you'll be there. But if you left people to their own devices to ask you what they need, you would have way more time on your hands to worry about you and to focus on your husband instead of all the other shit that you think you have to do.
Yeah.
So, strength, baby. You need the strength right now to pull back, not to keep going, the strength to stop, the strength to sit still. So I think that,
different kind of strength.
Yes, absolutely. And an internal kind of pivot of it to stop the train instead of keep the train moving. Because there were times personally where I would be having a really hard time with all of this Madam Adam stuff. And my husband would say, no, you can handle it. Keep going. You got this. And I'm like, okay, I didn't want you to give me water on the marathon. I wanted you to give me permission to take a break, that I don't have to do it, that I can stop when I want to, that I'm allowed to take a break. It's this mentality of go, 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 keep going. There's always more that can be done that fucks all of us up. But we need to know what our limit is. And that's why I said to the last person too, it's a simple process. Get up, take care of yourself, do what you can, not what you should, but what you're capable of that day. And we need to be more honest with the people around us, what your capacities are, because they're out of fucking whack right now. So you just don't have the capacity for some people's stuff. I just don't have the energy to handle that today. I need to worry about my husband. Sorry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you're right.
We got to pull the strength again. We got to have the strength to stop the train and pull over and take a good look at us. But I think it can be easy or easier if you wrap your head around the fact that you're just being honest with people. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not trying to hurt anybody. You're just being honest with them. And if I know anything about people that genuinely care about me, the people that genuinely care about you are going to understand.
And then the ones that don't, I don't need them anyway.
That's right, bitch. And that tells you a lot about them, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So I'm not worried about you. I think you just need some time. I think you need to scream some shit out, cry some shit out, feel the truth of your feelings. But then let's document this shit. Set time aside to journal or video diary or talk it out, but you have to relive it. You have to go back and listen to it so that you know. I got tired of all of my therapy sessions being present. How are you today? And I'm like, well, today I feel, and I'm like trying to pull it up out of me. Instead, I would listen to my own recordings and be like, yeah, I keep talking about my mom. I keep talking about this thing. Why do you think that is? And talk about those deeper issues. So we need you to be accountable. We might be addicted to people pleasing. We might be addicted to being needed right now. And there's a healthy way to go about that, to please people and to have the integrity around yourself and what you give to others, that you want to be a good person and all of that. But Emily in the chat just said saying no takes strength for people pleasing as well. So you have to have the strength to say, no, I can't today.
Yeah, that is something that I have had a problem with, is saying no.
It's boundaries. And as I always say, people don't have a problem often with boundaries. They have a problem with conflict, you know, but no one's going to fight you. And anyone that does can, with love and light and the utmost amount of respect, they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they can kiss my grits.
Yes, ma'am. They certainly can. How do you do your grits? Do you do butter or cheese?
I actually hate grits. I just use that saying from an old TV show.
I love grits. I don't know what people don't like about it. I love grits with some butter, bitch. I'm an old country boy myself when it comes to breakfast. I love biscuits and gravy, and I take a sunny side up egg and I mix it around in my butter grits. I'm real country for breakfast.
I think for me, grits is more a trauma thing that I'm not going to go into.
Oh, that's totally fair.
Yeah.
That's totally fair. Oh, I love that.
I'm an old country girl myself. Give me a chuck wagon with some country gravy on it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I love that. I love that we went from trauma to breakfast. Good times. So how do you feel? What do you think? Does that make sense? Give you some stuff to think about?
I actually feel like a whole lot better.
Good. You're so welcome. I appreciate you calling and sharing yourself with us. It really means a lot to me.
Yeah, this means a lot to me. Thank you.
You're very welcome, my love. You be kind to yourself, okay? And you buy yourself something pretty.
Will do.
Awesome. I'll talk to you later, baby.
All right. Have a blessed one. Be safe.
Thanks, babe. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You guys kill me. You're the most loving people in the world. I can't. All right. Let us go back to the emails, and then we'll go back to some calls. All right. Here we go. All right. This one's from Blue. Hi, Madam Adam. First of all, thank you for your energy and for always saying it like it is. I've gotten a cameo from you, and it was spot on. Thank you. Cameos are just $22 right now. I also got a deck you reviewed, the Zodiac Tarot. I love it and use it regularly. I'm watching the 2-hour special, and I thought I'd write in. Well, thank you for watching live. Fantastic. I love it and use it regularly. I'm watching the 2-hour special, and I thought I'd write in. I'm doing grad school, something I planned for a long time, but it has given me new perspective and made it clear that I need a different path. Still connected, but just not through rigid academia. Do you have any advice? Many thanks for considering my request. Take care, Blue. Yes, absolutely, Blue. I'm going to use Zodiac Tarot since that's what you've got. Yeah. Not through rigid academia, finding your own path. So I dropped out of college because I didn't like that structure either. But consider this. There are commonalities of things that you enjoy or things that you enjoy or things that you were good at along the way in your career. Okay? So it's like, as an example, I was your favorite bartender, customer service associate, cashier, waiter, all those things. Anything that needed you to like Oh my God, I love your energy. Like talking to people, all of that. That's always what I was good at. It made me a marketing manager. It moved me up the ladder. It made me good with my clients. It made me good with my employees. It made me good with like working corporate things. I've been media trained since I came out of the womb, girl. So when I started doing this for a living, granted, it was the middle of the panoramic and I had nothing to lose. But when I started doing this for a living, instead of pursuing a more academic path to it or stuff like that, I found I took those commonalities, I took those things that I was good at, and I applied it to what I wanted to do now. So you can see what your personal power and your personal magic is if you get my meaning, and apply it to what you want to do for a living, what this grad school journey is. So that's my advice, is for you to look back at your life as a whole and not just the jobs you've had. I was always the center of attention. I was always performing for people. I was always trying to like connect with people. Do you know what I mean? So what are the commonalities for you? Yeah, 3 of Cups energy. Fabulous, from Zodiac Tarot. Very nice. What do your friends say? What did the people around you think about this? What did they think you're good at? What do they align for you? What do they feel? You know? Why is this here? Judgment. So you can assess some truth. The people that love you genuinely want you to be happy. It's not a cop out. Like they actually mean that shit. How do we handle this? 8 of Cups energy. Yeah, you got to move on from this emotionally as well as physically. So realizing that grad school isn't for you is going to be kind of like a death. It's going to be an ego death, and it's going to hit you hard. So you're going to need your friends right now, and we're going to need to cast good judgment. Make sure that you're separating facts from feelings. Make sure that you're not being too hard on you, and that you're not comparing yourself to the people that could. Why couldn't I handle grad school? Like, it's not about that. You know, I was asking my therapist that shit on the regular. Like, how come everybody else seems to be able to just live life and I can't live life without being super sensitive and taking everything hella fucking seriously and having anxiety? Why can't I function without an antidepressant and an antipsychotic and bedtime meds? Like, why can't I just function like a person? And she was like, what makes you think that they're functioning? What makes you think that they have nothing going on? What makes you think that like they're not medicated too? Maybe they're not as self-aware. Maybe you're too self-aware, you know? So like all of these assumptions that we're making, this is going to feel bad on paper. You know, you left grad school. Oh no, why? What happened? Nothing. I just decided it wasn't for me anymore. So yeah, moving on from this is going to be emotional. It's going to be kind of like an ego death. No, not kind of. It is. It's going to be an ego death that you're going to need some good truth. Yes. Very good. Good for you, babe. Do it for the reasons you want to do it, not for the conventional reasons that other people stay. Absolutely. Very good. But like, let's celebrate this shit. Let's celebrate this decision with some friends, you know? Let's celebrate that you know what? Let's celebrate. I'm going to be a doctor, so I know what I'm talking about, but I'm not going through with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be the way they want me to be. So, but we need some friendship right now. You need some levity. You need some love. Okay. And thank you for getting Zodiac Tarot. I love this deck. It's a good one. All righty. Let's see what I've got here. Kyler. All right. Hi, Adam. It's Kyler. You did a 3-card reading for me on a live not too long ago, and it was truly wonderful and helpful. You also did a quick 10 minutes of madness reading for me, which also helped. I find your gifts and talents truly amazing, and I think you're such a lovely person. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate everything you do and would love to be able to meet you for coffee one day, as I would truly enjoy an intellectual conversation with you. I bet I would too. All of that said, I've been struggling lately. My dad went into hospital with COVID pneumonia, and during his time there became violent with staff and tried to hit my mom and several nurses. We are now having to remove all his weapons from our house as we think he has dementia, and our family is afraid of him becoming violent towards us or himself. That's fully valid and fair. I'm also being completely overlooked at work. I was promised a promotion leading into management, and anytime the position is available, my manager brushes me off and puts someone else in my place. And jump on extra tasks, help everyone with a genuine smile, show up on time and clean every day, and even spend my own money to buy small toys for children that come in. The only reason I'm being bypassed is because I have COVID and missed work for a time. But even that doesn't make sense because several other staff have also been out with COVID and have not been overlooked. No, that feels personal, honestly. Um, this may be all too much. I'm sorry if it's uncomfortable. No, not at all. Feeling overwhelmed. My sister had her fourth child on the 26th, and I have no means of going to see them right now. I guess I'm just not sure what path to take, what direction to go, what choices to make. My mind is all over the place. Thank you again for everything you do. Sorry if this was way too long. You apologize too much. Stop. You apologize too much, babe. This is what I'm here for. This is what I do. Don't apologize for having a life with drama, babe. I'm asking for it. I want it. I want to help you, you know? Don't apologize. As far as dad goes, this is that aggressive truth that we have to learn. Everyone is doing what they think is best and right. Your dad and his dementia is doing everything he thinks is best and right now, which is unfortunately harming people. So, you know, you have to do what's best and right for you. He's not the same person anymore. So we have to acknowledge that and work with it as we go. It requires a lot of patience and a lot of love. And we have to be honest with ourselves and our family as to our limits attached to these things. As of work, if I were you, I would go back to doing the bare minimum of your job. Bring the cute little toys and shit for the kids, whatever. That's lovely. But I would go back to doing the bare fucking minimum because you don't have the capacity with all the shit going on in your life. You don't need fucking work drama too. Maybe it's a kind of low-key blessing in disguise that you didn't get, you know, a promotion right now because you've got a lot of stuff going on at home. But maybe you need the promotion so you have a distraction from all the bullshit at home. So it's a very interesting teeter-totter of things right now. Your sister will understand. It's her fourth fucking kid. It's fine. It's not like it's the first one. All right, let's be real. Let's see what I've got. Two of Cups energy. Yeah, you need to talk this out. You got to talk to someone about this shit. Talk to someone that loves you, a friend, family member, significant other. You shared with me, and I really appreciate your vulnerability. You feel comfortable enough to share this shit with me? What about people that you can actually talk to? People that you know that genuinely love you? We should talk to them too. And just so you can get some of this stuff off your chest so that you can know that you're not alone. Someone sympathizes, you know? Why? Yeah, leaps of faith, fresh starts, new beginnings. I agree with you, Brum. Something bigger may be coming along. I agree. We need to be able to understand where we are so that you can embrace more of this. So you can embrace new things that come your way and understand more of this. How do we handle? Yeah, you got to fake it till you make it, girl. You got to fake it till you make it. Nine of Pentacles energy. You got to walk the walk, talk the talk, dress the part, look the part, act the part. If they want you to just do the job, then do the job. Stop doing extra. Stop coming in early. Don't stay late. Just do what you got to do and leave. Clock in, clock out. Have a conversation first if you want to, that Two of Cups, and explain that, like, you won't promote me and I don't know why. It doesn't make sense. So I'm going to go back to the bare minimums of my job. I will come in, do my job, clock in, clock out. If you want me to do more, if you want me to do extra, then you have to promote me. So it's time to put your money where your mouth is in terms of boundaries. But there's new leaps of faith coming your way, and we do need to talk this stuff out. Not just venting, but someone that can actually share with you and understand. So we got to talk to mom. maybe. Sounds like I just need to back off and try not to overthink it. When it comes to work, yeah. When it comes to work, yeah, home needs your attention more. But there might be new things coming your way. But I think we need to have some vulnerable heart-to-hearts. We got to have some chats. With yourself, with your deity, your mom, someone that loves you and can sympathize. Because your friend's not really in it. They understand because they understand you. But we need to talk to someone that's kind of in it right now. It's kind of like when my dad left my mom, I was the only one at home. My brother was in college. I was a junior in high school. So all of my senior year, I was dealing with this shit. And talking to my mom about how the divorce made me feel, she opened up and explained to me how it made her feel. And during times like this, you're 32, Kyler. So this is time. These are the times when we start to pull the mask off of our parents and we just see them as people, as adults. It was really interesting to see my mom as a woman, to see her as a person, as a grieving woman who lost 20 years of her life to this man who allegedly told her when the uniform comes off, the ring comes off. And then why would you marry him if that was true? He never said that. That's not true. That's just something that he said in his head. And I watched her go above and beyond and try to make him happy in various ways. She tried to dress differently. She tried to lose weight. She tried to be more forward sexually with him. And I walked in on some things. She tried everything, but he was done already. But like I said, it's stuff like this in our adult life that pulls the mask off of our parents. And they're no longer gods and goddesses. They're no longer invincible. They're no longer mom and dad, these deities that we've had since we were children. They're humans. They're people. My mom is a very lovesick woman. And she needs to feel needed. She needs to feel loved because of her own traumas, her own issues. And she unfortunately passed them down to me and my brother. But she's not self-aware. And my brother and I are. So those traumas, they end with us. The generational curses end with us. So it's interesting. He's been very verbally abusive, but at their age, they don't think divorce is worth it. So she feels very stuck. Yeah. So it's the conversation will yield a lot for you. And I don't want to say that it lightens what it is for you because someone else has it worse, but it kind of does, So seeing them as people, talk it out. Just to get some perspective and healing, So you can heal that part of you that feels like you're not doing enough or you're missing something. No, it's not even your story. It's not even your thing. You're just really, really close to the blast radius, So that's what I've got for you, Kyler. It's that you need to spend your alone time realizing that you have options and choices, and you can. And if you have the capacity to be there for the people that are around you that you want to be there for, you might need to pull back at work a little bit and not let this stuff bother you so much, which is easier said than done, especially with that Aries. So I hope that helps and resonates. But I think it would be great for you to talk this out with someone so that you can have some perspective and healing. And your mom might be a good place to begin if you can handle it, if that's something that you align with. All right. Fantastic. I'm loving all these long emails. These are so great. Let's see. I've got this short one, and then we'll take another call before we end up. before we end the live. Hi, Madam. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm interested in submitting a question for tonight's live. Won't take up too much of your time. Busy individual. YouTube handles Mama's Universe. The question, how should I move in regard to my kid's dad and his girlfriend? Ooh, should I continue what I've been doing, which seems like the bad guys always win, or should I switch it up? And if so, in what way? Well, I think you should honor whatever your own truth is. We don't should over here. What you should do is what you want. Okay? And why do you want it? That's where it's at. King of Swords energy. Yeah, now we have to lead with wisdom. Not emotions, not feelings. We're not playing nice. Okay? Knight of Swords energy. Yep. You're unstoppable. Let's remember that. And the Knight of Cups. So if you want to go back to like a go with the flow mentality here, you have to embrace it with wisdom first. So you need to switch it up and just start being honest with people. People say one thing and do another. You seem to let the bad guys always win. We're done with that. So you need to say what you need to say. You're going to be misunderstood no matter what you do. You're going to be the bad guy no matter what you do. So I would just say what you mean and mean what you say and try to be kind about it. And then you can ride the waves. Yeah. King of Swords energy. Leading with truth and wisdom. Separate the facts from the feelings. This is bullshit and you're not happy. Speak on it. Remember that you're creating your own culture with your kids. And we have to hold that up. Okay? I hope that resonates. All right, we got about 15 minutes. The call line is open. 352-346-9972. We got time for one more call. This live has been amazing. Thank you guys so much for your engagement, for watching, for enjoying. Thank you for the likes and subscribing. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate you. Next week, we will be very similar. Probably not 2 hours, but I'll let you know. 352-346-9972. Dear Madam, give me a call. I am ready for you guys. Yes, you're so welcome. Thank you guys for talking with me. Oh, that's not a bad idea, Trey. I love Wednesdays. I think it's the new favorite live. My back has been killing me. I slept wrong or something last night, so I'm going to take a bath after this. Ooh. Hello there.
Hi, is this Madam Adam?
This is. Do me a favor and lower your YouTube so there's no echo.
I didn't think you would answer. Oh my God, how are you?
I'm good, babe. What's your name?
Ari.
Hi, Ari. How are you, lovey?
It's Top Gun Phantom.
What's that?
How are you? You actually signed up on my birthday.
Yay!
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I don't know. My dad's birthday is tomorrow, so I'm kind of like an emotional roller coaster. He passed away last year, so.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I know. Yeah, he was my best friend.
Yeah. Are we celebrating that? What are we doing for that?
We should honor him on the first birthday without him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. We should totally do something.
Everything. I try to not miss them.
Oh, I appreciate you.
I just paid for school, so I'm kind of struggling financially, and I don't want to burden people with my grief, you know.
Yeah. No, that's silly though.
Thank you for understanding, and thank you for taking my call, and I'm sorry for always annoying you.
No, shut up. You are totally fine. No, I think that you should honor that in some way, and it doesn't need to cost money. It doesn't need to be anything big. Honestly, if I were you, I would just do something quiet at home. You know?
I have a candle that I bought from the dollar store.
Nice. That's perfect. That's lovely.
Might light that in his honor.
Yeah, I would maybe make his favorite meal.
It was a lot. It was like he liked Bob Evans.
Okay. Well, bitch, maybe you need to order some Bob Evans tomorrow and, you know.
Well, money's kind of tight.
Oh, so. Yes. Well, we could maybe recreate some of that on our own at home, you know.
Olive Garden. He was like pasta because we were like German.
Ooh,
like,
yeah.
German chocolate cake.
Yeah, pasta's easy to make, you know, at home, really simple. It's about the intention, you know, is really what it is.
Bob Evans like, telling me about breakfast and stuff because I didn't like omelets.
Yeah.
And I don't drink coffee. So
Yeah.
coffee and omelets.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's got to be ways that we can, do it saving money.
It sounded myself like really emotional.
Yeah.
Like, like still remembering my dad.
Yeah. The candle's a great idea. Especially just as like a symbology of life, because the candle will be literally kind of alive, and letting it burn down until it's done as a symbology of his passing and everything. But it's really just about honoring him. It's really just about, hey, Dad, I'm still here. I'm still thinking about you. I'm sure you have something of his,
Yeah, and we have his wedding rings, and my mom, my brother are reporting that he keeps moving them in my mom's room.
Yeah.
She keeps finding them somewhere else, so they're probably going to go to the bank deposit. I was like,
oh gosh. Oh God. No, yeah, that's.
Even though, like, we buried him in a military ceremony.
Oh, nice. Yeah. No, that's heavy.
I messaged him on Messenger, and I text him, which is weird, probably.
No, that's not weird at all.
And I don't always want to, burden my siblings, and I annoyed my sister, so.
Yeah. Well, everybody grieves differently, so I don't think that you're a burden to anybody.
I get along, it's cool with me and my mom, but he was, my serious, best friend.
Yeah. And that's why I think tomorrow is so important. I think it's so important just to do that, to symbolize it. If there's a movie that he loved, put that on. If there's a show he liked, put that on.
41 with Jim Belushi.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it, but I definitely have heard of it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, put that on, put that stuff in.
The Blues Brothers.
There you go. Put on the Blues Brothers in the background and light the candle and just be with him. Just be with him in his spirit, pull his stuff out.
His grave is on mine, so sometimes I do talk to his grave, if that's strange.
No, none of the things you're saying are strange. These are all perfectly.
I got myself a band t-shirt, and I know he would like it.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. I think all of these things are not weird at all. They're perfectly normal grieving practices to hold,
Taylor Swift. But he was old school country. He
liked
fast car.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. There you go.
The Tracy Chapman.
Yes.
Luke Combs.
Yes.
That was our song.
Yes. Put that on in the morning, so that you're kind of calling him to you. And
small eulogy. So.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting to see if we're going to go to the memorial. So.
That would be great. I think that would be lovely. But I think you should have your own private kind of thing for just you and him, your best friend, your dad. I think you should have that
in my kitchen, an old family photo.
That's
so
perfect.
I can look at that.
Yes, you can talk to that. You can absolutely. But yeah, it's clear here. I have a 5 of Pentacles for you, which is the sign of the financial hardship, the sign of the rut that you're kind of going through. But the message I have.
I'm struggling in this economy. So
yeah, I'm
barely scraping by.
Right. So. I do have a 7 of Pentacles here for you, though. So if there is any message from him or from Spirit, it's that we need to reflect on this a little bit and understand that you've been through hard shit before.
I have.
You've done this before, and it just feels worse because it's got this grief attached to it. But you've been through shit like this before, and you always figure it out. You always manage to make it. So
I'm the youngest. People don't underestimate me.
Oh, I'm the baby.
One.
I'm the baby.
I'm not the pretty one. My sisters are hot. And that's why probably I don't have a boyfriend.
Oh my gosh, you're so silly. No, I'm the baby as well and constantly underestimated. I'm the family fuck up. So
yeah, me too. I was the accident.
Yes, I'm the black sheep. I'm the fuck up. I'm the one that's the problem.
You were the accident.
Yes. The afterthought. Yes. So I'm always the problem. I'm always the one everything got blamed on. But if
car keys, my sister's yelling at me. I don't know where your car keys are.
Yeah. My God. So yeah, it's reflection time. It's time to look back and realize that in the past year, you've come a lot further through your grief and understanding yourself than you give yourself credit. And then I have the Magician here for you as well, which basically says that your magic is potent and you can manifest. If you believe that you deserve the things that you want right now, you will figure them out and they will come to you. So this hardship you're experiencing is short-lived. It's not going to linger. it's just compounded with grief right now. So it feels like everything is.
My dad down because
Oh, you're not. You're not going to let your dad down. You're not letting him down at all.
Especially when I'm going to be 42 next month, and I feel like a loser. So.
Oh, babe, you're not a loser. And honestly, if we learned anything from Steven,
by my enemy, so I believed her for the longest time.
People tell you stuff long enough, you start to believe it. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, well, because she said that to me and my best friend.
Well, she's an asshole. So.
I was a disgusting, scummy person, but I'm not.
Yes, no, you're not. Not at all.
I played bad in a game.
You know, people say shit like that to you to make themselves feel better about what they're doing in their own shitty lives. So you have to remember that you are dad's best friend, and you're not letting him down. And what would he tell you? You know?
Yeah.
What would he tell you?
To be strong and to honor him somehow.
Yeah, he would say, knock it off. You're doing enough. You're doing plenty. The candle is fine. He just wants to be a thought for you. It's about the thought. It's like Christmas. It doesn't have to be the perfect gift.
Myself for not doing enough to save him.
Oh, honey, no. No.
That I could have done.
Right.
And the doctors let me know that.
Yeah. Your grief is heavy. It's loud. And we don't need to deny that. You know what I mean? We should honor it, and you should give your emotion to him. You should cry and I would be angry. I would be all the feelings through my grief.
I'm going to visit my therapist tomorrow.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
I'm just going to tell her that I feel like an emotional cyclone because it's like a hard day for me.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what the stillest part of the cyclone is? The center. So we have to find a way to center you. Yeah. You know, we have to find a way to center you. And if no one is going to go to visit him, you go. You know?
I can. It's like a 4-hour drive, and I can't afford an Uber.
Oh, I didn't realize it was so far away. Okay. So, well, then the home stuff is great then. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Invite him into your home. Be at home with him. You've got the photo of him. You've got the picture. You've got the candle. You've got, something that you can, and make him anything. You know what I'm saying? And just make him any meal. Anything that you think he might like. Make it and share it.
Like microwave mac and cheese.
There you go.
Joke on the phone. Dad, I made you mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Even though it's microwave.
Yeah, no, who cares? If
take a picture and send it to him on Messenger
yeah, that's a great idea.
Because he's 4 Facebooks, and I have one of the main mortal ones, but Facebook won't let me take the other one.
Yeah, no, I would do that. I would fully do that, and just spend the day in your feelings because they're real and they're true, and you're going to talk to your therapist and stuff. So that's lovely. But because
I had a really big crush on somebody, and then I got a girlfriend, and I thought okay, I'm not worthy of love or something.
Oh, that's not connected. Those things are not connected at all. See, where the grief is eating you, it's eating you up, and it's making all of your other stuff not make sense. So I think we just need to we got to purge the system. You have to choose the grief. We have to choose the emotion. But again, that 7 of Pentacles is loud. If you can look back far enough, you can understand that you have survived all of this grief, and you will continue to go through it. You're not done, but we have to be honest about this and not connect all of these things together because they're not related.
No.
Yeah.
Focus on the ones that are.
Yes. So, and all you have to focus on right now is what you're going to do to celebrate Dad tomorrow. That's all you got to do.
Maybe even get a cupcake.
There you go. See, now you're thinking. Simple.
Get a little cupcake and, blow a candle in his honor.
The simpler, yes, the simpler, the better. I guarantee you, the simpler you make it, the more meaningful it will be to Dad.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it.
Leave it on the grave because, animals.
Oh, yeah, no. And no, I'm saying at home. Do this at home because you're inviting him into your space.
Yeah.
It's personal to you. And you guys were best friends. So let's keep that. Put on Blues Brothers and get a cupcake and hang out with him.
My mom's she and my brother are not like this.
Yeah, that's fine. They didn't have the same relationship you did.
I'm just going to do something small. So.
Yeah, they didn't have the same relationship that you did. I'd explain that to my brother, that he and I have very different relationships with our mom. We just do. I've seen her do different stuff. She was different with me. Yeah.
And then my mom's oh, cool,
Yeah, it's true. And that's got to be hard because, my mom and I were very close.
I have to prove myself.
Yeah.
I'm not the golden child.
Right. Right. So we got to unlearn that. We got to unlearn that.
I'm not a failure. I'm not a loser. I'm
That's
and I'm
right.
treasured.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you are.
People understand me, and I'm not this weirdo that's like grieving, that's like going crazy or something.
No, and that's why I love my therapist, because she helps me accept the truths like that like you just came around to your own truth, but we're saying it so that we believe it. So we have to say it again and again and again until we start to believe it. And you're doing it, babe. You are so much further than you give yourself credit. And you have things to manifest. You have things that you can call to you, even if it's just peace, joy, even if it's just, the strength to get through. You can manifest that.
I want to be a trivia caller for my family's legacy. That was my dad's final wish. My friend got called, and that made me feel terrible. But I'm going to enter every day until I can.
Yes.
Even if it's after his birthday.
I love
It'll
that.
be my fifth time on my favorite show, and that's what I want to do. I want to fulfill his legacy.
Yes. That's fantastic. And you can manifest that.
Kelly and Ryan, they do trivia.
Yeah.
So if I ever, I'll probably give you a shout out.
Yes. No, I'd love that. That's incredible. No, but and you can manifest that. And you already believe it. You're taking actions, but it's just this damn grief that is keeping you down. And as someone said in the chat here, grief is not the same for everyone, and it has no expiration date. So this is a stain that is going to wear on you for a while, and we just have to wear it, figure out how to dress it, Yeah.
Like the elephant in the room.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to dress it up. You got to put nails on it. You got to give it false eyelashes or something. You got to dress it up.
Into a drag queen.
That's right. Turn it into a drag persona. The grief you is not the real you. It's a separate you. It's your Chapel Roan. It's your drag persona.
Oh, she's killing it to be amazed, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So I hope you feel a little bit better. I'm so glad you talked to me.
Thank you so much for everything that you do, and hugs to Dustin and your puppy.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Well, happy birthday to your dad, and I hope. Oh, happy birthday to Sonny. And I hope that he's well wherever he is. I'm sure he looks down on you, or whatever you believe in. I'm sure he's with you. And I hope that you feel that and you embrace it. But that mostly, like I said, you look back at the strength that you have and what he's given you as well. And you remember to choose your grief. Let it have you when you need to let it have you. And listen, you don't need to make your grief easier for other people to fucking deal with.
No.
You don't. You don't need to defend yourself or explain your shit to people. It's not their business. It's not their journey.
No.
All right?
Mine.
That's right.
And this is how I'm going to navigate and how I'm dealing with the loss of my dad.
That's right.
It makes me just feel like alienated. Sometimes I've lost friends because of I lost my dad.
Because they don't understand. It's too heavy for them. They like light and bubbly and fun you, and they don't like this. So they have to recast you now, and that's annoying. Well, they're assholes, and you are better off without them anyway. But
thank you.
You're so welcome, my love. Thank you for calling. I so appreciate you. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Have a great evening.
Thanks, babe. So many amazing calls this evening. Thank you all so much. These lives are okay. I can't tell you all how much it touches me that you feel safe with me to talk to me and to share your shit with me. I love this live, and I hope you guys do too. Thank you for watching, subscribing, liking. The comments have been amazing. Continue to write in to dearmadamadam@gmail.com, or tune in next week to be able to call and share this live, rewatch it, share it with people. I want this to be the new hot YouTube show. If you're international, I'm so sorry. Email, though, that's always an option. I could also work on maybe a WhatsApp. Would that be a good thing? If I did a WhatsApp, would that be international friendly for calling? Chat, yes. If I did a WhatsApp number, that would be good. Telegram, get out of here. Is that an app? Okay, I might do a WhatsApp. I might do that so that we can do international. Zoom might work. Yeah, that might be too. I don't want to do too many systems at once. Telegram is an app. Okay, good to know. I will look into that. I will figure out a way to make this international friendly. I want to give the people what they want. So thank you all so carrier pigeon. I hate all of you. Message in a bottle. Bricks through my window. Love it. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, Trey. Sure. Email me, Trey. I'm down for whatever. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you for all the love and for your support. Thank you for sharing with me. Tin cans with a string. I hate all of you. I'm getting off this live. Y'all are fucking insane. I'm done with you. This is Choose Your Own Adventure all over again with you people. I can't. Thank you guys so much. I love you deeply. I appreciate you. I'm gonna look into international calling for you guys as well. Make sure you go and like today's read. Go and share the live. Thank you for hanging out with me on YouTube. I will see you tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Oh, no, I won't. I will be at Halloween Horror Nights tomorrow, so no live tomorrow. There will not be a live tomorrow. Maybe in the afternoon. I might reschedule it because I'm going to be at Horror Nights with a friend. So I'll keep you posted. And thank you guys so much. I will see you later. Au revoir.